Today also, we have two activities. We have our wonderful station here, the burial of Jesus. When you pray the Stations of the Cross, the virtue that we get is compassion. I think even if a person didn't know Jesus, to go and to stand in front of these 14 stations and to see the suffering that he did for us brings out these sentiments of compassion. Just like his birth does, to come into the cave at Bethlehem like the Magi did, not of the religion of the Jewish people, not of their language or their culture, but when they see the mother holding the baby, there is something there that is very attractive, and it brings out this sense of compassion. And they burn the incense in the cave because for them, God is present here. Not in the Temple of Jerusalem, but in this cave in Bethlehem. And those are our roots. We also see God present in the crucifixion, his love for us. There's nothing violent against enemies or whatever. It says you will enter into the world that has its fear, its divisions, its violence. And what this world needs is love and peace. And somebody has got to be able to take that upon themselves and return not violence, but love and peace. It seems maybe intellectually that we think, well, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, but Jesus nowhere teaches that. And we are invited to be missionaries of that reality. It's something I think the world needs very, very much. Finally, for our church, we are going to add a 15th station, which is somewhat outside the tradition. The 15th station will be the resurrection of Jesus, and it'll be right over there under that single light. And the idea is that the suffering and death did not stop him. He rose and brought the victory of love and peace. So if we can go through this same mission, then he lives again in us, and he brings that peace to our gentle world around us. So today, I'm going to ask Arlene, who is here today, Arlene and Richard, to come forward and maybe give us a little blessing. They are from Santa Fe, but you know, a santera is a person who is blessed by God with this particular talent. Just like Ludwig van Beethoven had to write music. He wrote that beautiful Ninth Symphony when he was deaf. No, he just has to express himself in this beautiful way. To express the presence and the blessing of God through artistry is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and the Catholic Church has always upheld that particular talent. So Arlene, would you like to come forward, and Richard, and give us a little blessing today? And afterwards, we'll bless this beautiful picture.
In colonial times, the early santero was considered a holy man, much like a priest or religious. This is what he did. This is how he made his living. He was probably paid in livestock or grain or something like that. He often lived with the patrons who had wanted these works of devotion in their homes. It was always intended, there was never any question that this work was devotional. It was functional to the family, always, always devotional. Today there are more santeros and santeras doing this work and carrying on a tradition that's been carried for generations. I should put in a little plug here because Winter Spanish Market is coming up on Thanksgiving weekend at the Hotel Albuquerque, Friday and Saturday. And there you will see the work of the santero and the santera, what we are doing today, and also the other traditional arts of New Mexico. It's such a privilege and a blessing to be able to do this and carry on a tradition that's been carried for generations, and I thank you for the blessing and the privilege.
If you will stand at this time and extend both hands of blessing. May the blessing of God be upon you, the blessing of the Father and the Son, and may the Spirit of God, the Spirit of love, be with you all your days. May the blessing of God be upon you, the blessing of the Father and the Son, and may the Spirit of God, the Spirit of peace, be with you all.